Welcome to the world of minimalism, a lifestyle that has been sweeping the globe with its promise of a simpler, happier life. It's a philosophy that champions the idea of owning less, decluttering, and focusing on what's truly important. But what does minimalism really mean? For some, it's about owning fewer than 100 items. For others, it's a state of mind, a conscious choice to be intentional with their time, energy, and resources. But does minimalism hold any dark secrets? You will learn the dark side of minimalism that no one talks about. Does the thought of decluttering stress you out? It's a question that resonates with many who tread the minimalist path. The persistent pressure to purge is a reality that's often swept under the rug. Minimalism, in its essence, advocates for less, but not at the expense of peace. Yet many find themselves locked in a constant cycle of elimination, driven by an invisible mandate to maintain a sparse environment. This relentless pursuit, ironically, can breed stress and anxiety, emotions that minimalism seeks to reduce. It's a paradox, a tug of war between the desire for simplicity and the fear of excess. In this race to declutter, the joy of living with less can get lost. The pressure to purge can create an unhealthy obsession, blurring the line between minimalism and deprivation. Minimalism is about intentionality, not scarcity. It's about making room for what truly matters, not emptying our lives of content. Could this pressure be counterproductive to the peace minimalism promises? Is less always better? It's a question worth pondering as we delve into the idea of minimalism. This philosophy encourages us to strip away the excess to focus on what truly matters. But when does this pursuit of less tip over into obsession? Imagine someone continually downsizing, always seeking to own fewer things. While it may seem like a noble pursuit, it can become an unhealthy fixation. The joy of living with less can quickly morph into a relentless pursuit of emptiness. It's when the focus shifts from less for more happiness to less for the sake of less that the concept of minimalism begins to lose its essence. Minimalism is a tool, not a destination. It's meant to free us from the clutches of materialism, not chain us to the idea of constant reduction. So it's crucial to remember that the value of minimalism lies in its quality, not quantity. Can minimalism affect relationships negatively? An intriguing question. Let's delve into it. Minimalism, at its core, is about decluttering not just our physical spaces, but our lives as well. It's about making room for what truly matters. But what happens when what matters to you doesn't matter to someone close to you? Here's where the strain can come in. Imagine sharing your living space with someone who loves to collect while you're striving for that minimalist aesthetic. Let me know in the comments if you have someone like that lives with you. The friction is almost inevitable, right? Or consider a scenario where your friends don't understand why you'd rather spend on experiences than material things. It can lead to misunderstandings, disagreements, and sometimes even isolation. But remember, at the end of the day, minimalism is a personal choice, a lifestyle that you've chosen. It's about understanding and respecting each other's choices. So, while it may be challenging, it's not impossible. Balancing personal choices and relationships could be a challenge in minimalism. But isn't that a part of every lifestyle? I hope you are enjoying the video. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. Are we sacrificing comfort for aesthetics? Let's dive into the world of stark white walls, clean lines, and a clear, clutter-free space. The minimalist dream, right? But as we look closer, we must ask ourselves, is there a trade-off? While the aesthetics of a minimalist home can be incredibly appealing, we must consider the comfort aspect. Imagine the hard, unadorned chairs, the absence of plush cushions and cozy blankets, the lack of personal mementos that add warmth to a home. Is this truly the space you'd want to unwind in after a long day? Minimalism pushes us to strip our spaces down to the bare essentials, but sometimes these essentials include comfort. It's a delicate balancing act between maintaining the clean, crisp aesthetic of minimalism and ensuring our homes are still places of comfort and relaxation. Does minimalism always mean saving money? It's a question that's likely crossed your mind. The idea is simple: buy less, save more. But here's where the paradox comes into play. Some folks find themselves opting for fewer items, yes, but these items often come with a higher price tag. We're talking about quality over quantity. For instance, let's say you decide to replace your wardrobe with 5 high-quality, versatile pieces. Sounds minimalist, right? But if each piece costs £200, that's £1,000 you've spent right there. So, while you've succeeded in reducing clutter, your bank account might not be feeling the benefits. This is the financial paradox of minimalism. The pursuit of less can sometimes lead to spending more. It's a delicate balance to strike, and it's different for everyone. Remember, minimalism isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a lifestyle choice that requires conscious decision-making. Could minimalism impact mental health? That's a question that's been popping up more frequently as the minimalist lifestyle gains traction. There's no denying the benefits of minimalism, such as reduced clutter and more focus on what truly matters. However, like any lifestyle, it's not without potential pitfalls. The pressure to maintain a minimalist lifestyle can induce anxiety, especially when one feels the need to constantly declutter or live up to an idealized version of minimalism. This can lead to feelings of never being minimalist enough, sparking a cycle of anxiety and self-doubt. Moreover, the pursuit of minimalism might inadvertently lead to feelings of inadequacy. Comparing oneself to others who seem to have achieved the perfect minimalist lifestyle can be detrimental to one's mental health. How much is social media shaping our perception of minimalism? It's undeniable. Social media platforms have become the modern stage where the ideals of minimalism are often showcased. But what we must remember is that these platforms often present a highly curated and sometimes unrealistic portrayal of what minimalism should be. Picture-perfect snapshots of decluttered homes, capsule wardrobes, and bare desks can make it seem as though minimalism is an all-or-nothing lifestyle. This can add an immense pressure to keep up, to purge more, to own less, to live up to a standard that might not even be sustainable or desirable for us. The truth is, minimalism is a personal journey, not a competition. It's about finding what brings value to your life and letting go of the excess, not striving for an aesthetic ideal. So let's take what we see on social media with a grain of salt. Social media only shows a fraction of the reality. Is minimalism erasing cultural significance? That's a question we must grapple with as we delve deeper into the minimalist lifestyle. There's a danger of cultural erasure lurking in the pursuit of less. Cultures around the world are rich and diverse, often expressed through various items, artifacts, and even our living spaces. They hold stories, histories, and traditions, serving as physical reminders of our heritage. But with minimalism preaching the gospel of less, we're at risk of losing these precious cultural symbols. Imagine a world where homes are stripped down to bare essentials, devoid of the vibrant colors, intricate patterns, and unique artifacts that often define a culture. It's like wiping away the color from a beautiful painting, leaving behind a blank canvas. Does this mean we should reject minimalism? Not necessarily. Rather, we need to navigate this path with consciousness and care, ensuring that while we embrace simplicity, we don't let it overshadow our cultural identities. Is minimalism truly eco-friendly? Let's delve into this question. Minimalism, at first glance, seems like a perfect solution to our overconsumption issues. After all, less stuff equals less waste, right? But there's a hidden side to this story. When we embrace minimalism, we often start by decluttering, getting rid of the excess. But where does all that excess end up? Landfills, most likely. And while we're busy curating our perfect minimalist lives, we might be adding to the already overflowing problem of waste. Then there's the issue of continual replacement. In our quest for less, we sometimes fall into a cycle of buying, purging, and then buying again. This cycle can lead to more waste, more production, and ultimately more environmental damage. So it seems that minimalism's relationship with the environment is a bit complicated. It's not necessarily the eco-hero we might have thought it was. Is minimalism a privilege? Let's delve into this thought. Minimalism, at its core, is about decluttering and simplifying life. But it assumes that you already have an abundance to minimize. It's about choosing to have less. But what about those who don't have that choice? Imagine a scenario where a person is living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet. For them, the concept of minimalism might seem alien, even unattainable. They might be striving to accumulate more, not less, to improve their living conditions. Moreover, the luxury to reduce, to declutter, to choose simplicity over complexity often requires a certain level of financial stability. It's a privilege that many, unfortunately, do not have. Minimalism is also about having the freedom to choose quality over quantity. But for those under financial constraint, this choice may not be feasible. They might have to opt for cheaper, less durable goods out of necessity. How can we strike a balance? That's the question on everyone's mind. Minimalism doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing approach. It's about finding the sweet spot that aligns with your personal values and lifestyle. See, it's not about having the least number of possessions, but about having just the right amount. This right amount is subjective and varies from person to person. It's about making mindful choices, not compulsive decisions. Consider your relationships, your comfort, your financial situation, and your mental health. It's important to declutter, but not at the cost of erasing your culture or creating an environmental impact. Remember, minimalism is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a tool, a philosophy that should serve you, not the other way around. It's about creating space for what matters most to you and letting go of what doesn't. It's about understanding the difference between need and want. So, is minimalism as perfect as it's made out to be? Please let me know your toughs in the comments. Not everyone's version of minimalism will look the same, and that's okay. Remember, minimalism is a tool, not a rule, so use it in a way that best suits your lifestyle. Please like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.